would say is he brought up this misleading false claim that you yourself have talked about in recent days about Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, abducting people's pets and eating them, which officials there have said is not true. You yourself acknowledged it may be false on Twitter. You still told people to keep spreading it. But Trump just amplified it to tens of millions of people who were watching. Why push something that's not true?
Well, first of all, city officials have not said it's not true. They've said they don't have all the evidence.
They said they have no evidence.
We've heard from a number of constituents on the ground, Kaitlan, who both firsthand and secondhand reports saying this stuff is happening. So they very clearly, meaning the people on the ground dealing with this, think that it is happening. And I think that it's important for journalists to actually get on the ground and uncover this stuff for themselves when you have a lot of people saying, my pets are being abducted, or geese at the city pond are being abducted and slaughtered right in front of us. This is crazy stuff. And again, whether those exact rumors turn out to be mostly true, somewhat true, whatever the case may be, Kaitlan, this town has been ravaged by 20,000 migrants coming in. Healthcare costs are up. Housing costs are up. Communicable diseases like HIV and TB have skyrocketed in this small Ohio town. This is what Kamala Harris's border policies have done. And I think it's interesting, Kaitlan, that the media didn't care about the carnage wrought by these policies until we turned it into a meme about cats. And that speaks to the media's failure to care about what's going on in these communities. If we have to meme about it to get the media to care, we're going to keep on doing it because the media should care about what's going on.
I don't know about you, but that answer from J.D. Vance gets me really excited for the upcoming vice presidential debate. I thought he handled that perfectly. They tried to bait him into a trap. He took the bait and turned the entire issue around on Kaitlan Collins. That is a phenomenal pivot, just a masterclass in how to handle the media. Now, a few things she said that were just incorrect. She said officials have said there's no evidence. No, there's only one official who's gone on the record, and he didn't say there wasn't any evidence. He just said that, to his knowledge, there wasn't any evidence in regards to pets. But the issue of whether or not it's pets, that's a tiny issue because we do know that they are going after the ducks and geese. We do know that they're eating the wild cats. Now, whether or not it's pet cats or wild cats, we do know there's interesting stuff going on. And even Marianne Williamson, who's run now 2 times in the Democrat primaries, though in 2024 this year, obviously she's not doing as well, but she just posted this. Again, she has run as a Democrat 2 times. Continuing to dump on Trump because of the eating cats issue will create blowback. In other words, it will backfire on November 5. Haitian voodoo is in fact real. So what she's talking about here is in Haiti, they use cats and dogs as like part of their sacrifices, as part of their rituals. So she's just acknowledging that. Again, she's a Democrat, not a Republican. Haitian voodoo is in fact real, and to dismiss the story out of hand rather than listen to the citizens of Springfield, Ohio, confirms in the minds of many voters the stereotype of Democrats as smug leak jerks who think they're too smart to listen to anyone outside their own silo. And I think she's 100% true on that. And look, I was raised in a small town. I grew up in a town of 10,000 people, and now I live in a major city, deep blue city, of course, with millions of people. And I 100% see that. Whenever I visit home, there is a distrust of people in the city. And whenever I'm in the city and I'm with friends who have never lived in a small town and who have always lived in other cities and just happen to move here, they have the same attitude of looking down at small towns, as looking down at, those uneducated hillbillies, and they just, what do they know? They're not educated. Why should I listen to them? And it's really condescending. And as someone who has a foot in both worlds, I can see it for what it is. And the best example of this was actually from debate night. I want you to take a look at this Kamala Harris watch party.
Talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
Let me tell you, small towns don't have watch parties like that, just based on the building, based on how many people are there. I guarantee you that that's at least from a medium-sized city, if not larger. Now, they're laughing. You'll notice what Trump said there. You know, he specifically talked about the citizens of Springfield, Ohio saying this, and then the room bursts out into laughter. Well, I've created a short compilation video of what residents in Springfield are actually saying, and it confirms what Trump said on that debate stage.
We've lost a whole bunch of cats. There was a van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually?
Yeah.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
So a van was collecting cats and eating them.
I watched it happen, yeah. Watched them get pulled over with the cats and admit to the police that they was eating them.
You're not joshing with me.
No, I'm almost 50 years old, buddy. No.
You don't mess with
Ain't no joke. It's not funny. I really do not feel safe here, bro. Like, everyone on TikTok, on Facebook, making these jokes to get everything funny. Like, imagine you being homeless for a whole fucking year for no reason. Like, what the This shit is not fun. This shit is not cool, bro. They really out here decapitating animals and y'all are making jokes out of it. Imagine if you went outside and you saw your dog's head decapitated on the ground. Like, why are y'all thinking this shit's a joke? It's not a joke. I don't feel comfortable walking anywhere.
Well, I am a resident of Springfield, Ohio, and it is not fake news. There is an issue with them because we have in our local park, they literally have ducks down there that the park takes care of, and it's where they live, and they are being killed and eaten. And as far as people's personal pets, I've heard stories, but I can't answer to that personally because I don't know.
I love his honesty there and how he just says, you know, he doesn't know, but he tells us what he's heard from his neighbors, from the people who live in his same town. Now, here's the thing. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the people who live in Springfield, right? And, you know, obviously we have all these firsthand reports, all these rumors, as well as people who claim to have seen what they've seen or experienced what they've experienced. And then we've had the statement from the police department saying that, you know, they currently don't have evidence of this, but they're looking into it. Well, you know, again, I'm from a small town, and I'm just thinking about it this way. You know, if a migrant who doesn't have a house, doesn't have an address, they're squatting on someone's land, they're maybe living in the park, they, you know, eat my pet, who am I gonna, why would I call the police? You know, I see them run off with the cat. It's not like a neighbor who does something bad to you, right? Like you call the cops on your neighbor, your neighbor's right across the street, they get a citation or whatever, right? Whereas, you know, a lot of these migrants are obviously undocumented. Like, what are the police going to do? And you've seen them getting preferential treatment this whole time. Like, I can understand why some of these people wouldn't report things. Or perhaps, you know, it gets reported and the investigation is ongoing. Anyways, so this issue, you know, Democrats are laughing about it. And meanwhile, there's video after video after video of residents from Springfield, you know, up in tears, like that person was. Well, apparently Trump's statement is getting remixed and is going viral on TikTok. This is now a brand new TikTok trend where they use a remix of Trump's quote.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the...
I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a vibe. But the reason I bring this up is because, you know, memes are now part of election culture, and, you know, Trump has turned that against the left now, and this is being memeified and going viral on TikTok. Now, what's interesting about that is that the closing statements for each candidate have been posted on TikTok on ABC News' channel. Well, let's put these two side by side. Again, both of these on ABC News' official TikTok. Take a look at this. Trump's closing statements has 1.4 million likes on TikTok. Compare that to Kamala Harris's closing statement, only 200,000 likes. Compare that to Trump's 82,000 comments, compared to 20,000 comments for Kamala Harris. Trump's closing statements were saved 77,000 times, compared to 9,000 times. And then Trump has about 15, 17 times more shares, 67,000 compared to 4,600, round up to 4,700. Either way, Trump is just knocking Kamala Harris out of the water when it comes to his closing statements. So, like I said a few days ago, you want to start strong, you want to end strong, and it looks like, just based on those numbers, that Trump's closing statements, even if people didn't watch the debate, it's having an impact as far as the real world, as far as campaigning. Now, TikTok numbers obviously are not scientific, but we do have a new scientific poll coming out from the state of Michigan. As you can see, Trump is ahead 49 to 48%. This is an insider advantage poll. They are highly graded, have a close, a good track record. Both their 2016 and 2020 state level polls were pretty accurate. And they're showing Trump ahead in Michigan. Look, Michigan is the harder state to win here. The must-win state is Pennsylvania. My prediction, if Trump wins Michigan, he wins Pennsylvania, he wins the election. Whichever candidate wins Pennsylvania wins the election. Now, I think there's a case to be made where, Trump can win Pennsylvania but doesn't win Michigan, but still becomes president. So what I'm saying about that poll is if Trump really is ahead in Michigan, and if Trump wins Michigan, that is a great sign for the Trump campaign. And there are more voters actually coming out and saying that they're supporting Trump, even former Hillary voters and Hillary voters who cried and sobbed on election night. Take a look at this.
For this election, would you say your mind is made up?
Yes.
And that is?
Trump.
Okay. Are you a previous Trump supporter?
The first year he won in 2016, I was not.
Did you vote for Hillary?
I did vote for Hillary,
okay.
But I cried when she did not win.
Okay. Then what happened?
And then I just felt like he did a good job. I liked the fact that he was not a politician.
You believe you were better off 4 years ago?
Oh, absolutely. Small business owner Andrew Singrati backs Trump, too.
It would be one thing if we saw that on Fox News, but again, the fact that that is on CBS, a left-leaning network, says a lot about, perhaps the temperature in the country, the feel of the race on the ground itself. Now, yesterday, for 9/11, both Trump and Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, visited Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and they visited a fire station there. Well, now we have footage of both campaigns coming in to visit with the firefighters and their families, and there is a stark difference in the reaction of the people in the room. Tell me if you can spot the difference. Where's Waldo is a lot harder than this. Yeah, just an undeniable difference there. So we're seeing that. We're seeing the movement on the ground. We're seeing these viral TikTok trends. We're seeing the polling trend lines. What do you think? Do you think J.D. Vance handled himself well against CNN's Kaitlan Collins? What do you think about the cats and dogs story? Do you think it's going to blow over? Do you think it hurts Trump? Do you think it helps Trump? No difference. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask, but it really does help me in the algorithm to reach more viewers like you. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and to check out one of these videos.